But Joey, is this when you can be posting the 2022 roundup? This is my first video of the year and I know it was supposed to come in December with Santa as the year was coming to a close. I know it's late, but just like this third month we're in, let's just march on with the video. Every time I do this, I start from number 1. But today we count down from 0, aka Mr. Sean Tembo. 2022 was the year that had really shown him flames. I can't even count the number of times he got arrested. He was behind so many bars I was starting to think he was a ghostwriter. One minute he'll be saying something sensible like how the government needs to plan the budget better. And the next minute he's talking about Bali's menstruation. This man needs to be stopped. Period. He just used to take it too far sometimes. Someone needs to sit him down and give him a pep talk. For someone who spent half the year beefing with Simon Mwewa, he really needs to learn to stay in his lane. How is a potential president fighting Kulima Tawa's favorite English teacher? It's surprising. In fact, it is. Wow. Sean Tembo. Just like Mr. Mwewa's first name, you make me sigh, man. Watching grown men fight each other actually slaps. All these grown men were busy beefing. Meanwhile, their age mate, Mr. Ndambo, was hosting a show in his hometown. James. Mwachoma bunch. The heights that Mr. Ndambo went to were nothing short of amazing. I haven't forgotten how you guys made fun of his stature. As if he isn't taller than all of us when he stands on his wallets. At some point, girls were even saying Mr. Ndambo is cute. Gents, you see why it's important to have money, huh? It changes how they see you. For example, if you're a broke guy with big guys, they'll tell you, I can't date someone that always looks surprised. But all of a sudden when you start making money, it's wow. That guy just looks like he has a vision. But anyway, you know what they say. Beauty lies in the iris of the beholder. Speaking of iris, life without her on social media felt black and white. But that definitely changed last year with Rihanna's makeup launch at Color Cafe. She stands out. You can't hide iris. Especially at an event focused on foundation, eyeliner and mascara, you definitely can't conceal her. She wore a see-through top with no and when I saw it, I nearly passed out. In fact, just like Rihanna's makeup brand, it almost made me faint. And for the guys that attended with their girlfriends and tried not to look, that was definitely a booby trap. Oh, and she made sure she milked that situation. Men were happy to see those pictures, same way we used to get hyped when we see the smartest member in Ed, and Eddie. We were excited to see Davo D's. Just when you think Iris is losing relevance, she always manages to stay abreast. But if you thought that was bad, afterwards the entire Facebook was on fire because of Echilanga Mulilo. This happened when famous celebrities were spotted in traditional Igbo attire. This included Nigerian brothers Oga Chef 187 and Igwe Makitu, who knew the two stood for Tululope. Seriously, Makitu and Shefi looked like twins. It reminded me of Aki and his bestie. Explains why they looked Popopo. IDC Light also turned Nigerian, and at that point, he should have gone from imitating ECL to former President Muhammadu quickly. He needed to do it in a Buhari. People were mad at them, and it wasn't even their fault. Those guys are just useless. Oh, one day you get beaten by one of these Nigerian brothers, especially the one that looks straight from the capital of Niger, the one with a six-pack, Ali Nama Abuja. You people also overreact. Ati Zambia's losing its culture just because 7 men decided to wear bubus. Coming from people who eat rice and chicken when it isn't even Christmas. At your age! With a chimafanta even. Awe mwandishu. Or in words Makitu will understand, Chineke. Okay, but last year, people were upset. Another thing that fueled their anger was the high gas prices. At this rate, Zambia won't be showing Fast 10 because cinemas won't even be able to afford Vin Diesel. It's ironic. 30,000 teachers were employed, but it's still these fuel prices that are teaching us a lesson. The cost of petrol is higher than Wiz. And the promise of cheap fuel is nowhere near. In fact, just like Wiz, Promise, Khalifa. People brought up screenshots of how HH said he would drop the fuel prices, and it reminded me of how a disappointed girlfriend will remind you of all the promises that you made at the start of a relationship. Girl, the places I'll show you will rock your world. Kanshi just wants to take you to Kamwala. At this point, it almost looks like when Bali was in opposition, he was calculating fuel prices using that Muluanda mathematics.
Out of this coin, this one kwacha, 90 ngwe is yours. 10 kwacha is mine. Because out of this 10 kwacha, 9 ngwe I will use on you.
Auntie Millie definitely didn't love him for his math skills, but at least she was proud of her husband. Almost as proud as the chief spokesperson of the Christian community. No matter what anyone says, I'm proud of Esther for standing for what she believed in. How do you expect her not to be proud when her marriage allowed her to tap into a blessing? Because she is married to Pompey. So Esther and Double M had beef last year, and both their fan bases blew it out of proportion. Especially on the Christian side. I even heard some people talking as if it was spiritual warfare. This is a battle of light versus darkness, making it sound like it was one of the wars in the Old Testament. And the Bible reads in the book of Zambezi, chapter 1, verse 62, and the Israelites, led by Queen Esther, went to war against the M nation at Mount Tuvwange. The only light versus darkness that we battled last year was with Zesco load shedding. Wow. It was such a turnoff. Governance comes with its challenges. And this is why you should never trust a politician 100%. Same way you should never trust a partner entirely, especially if her name is Martha and she's pregnant.
On my bed, Martha. Martha on my bed.
My man was expecting a baby, but disappointment is the only thing that she delivered. She changed colors on that man faster than a chameleon. A chameleon that looked like it had money but refused to pay for a yango. If you don't get it, forget about it. But let's give the government time and see what they come up with. Because Bola ni 90. Unless of course Ona Janza is the ref. In which case Bola ni 88. I deserve a yellow card for that. Speaking of yellow cards. Yellow card is an app which allows you to buy, sell and trade crypto with 0 transaction fees. Yellow card is running a campaign in which they're going to give away 1 full Bitcoin, which is worth 270,000 kwacha. All you have to do to stand a chance to win this amount is download the Yellow Card app and trade at least $10 to be entered into the competition. 16 lucky winners are also going to win 1,000 kwacha each. Use my link in the description to sign up now. Now back to the roundup. The oleos. According to the Oxford Dictionary, an oleo is a dish with many ingredients. But according to me, this is the sound that comes out of a Bemba man's mouth whenever he tries to pronounce the biscuit Oreo. Oleo. I don't like tennis biscuit, therefore I fear ma. Oleo, Oleo, oh. I can imagine them at a shop in Kitwe telling the shopkeeper, Wakamba mpela kofie ama. Oleo, oh. I know there's even someone out there saying, baby girl, you are sweeter than an Holio. Sounds like what you'd call a Christian exe. That's a Holio. Bali. I can just imagine maps on a children's vaccination campaign. We are fighting polio, polio. The Play Store has Google Maps, the App Store has iMaps, but only Zambia has Your Maps. You'd think last year he was trending because he dropped the #1 album in the country and the entire music industry was under his commando. Oga Shefi, did I pronounce that one correct? But that wasn't even the main thing he trended for. It was because of other reasons on the side. Solochi. Allegedly. You see, when it's a baddie that claims to be a side chick, you people don't even get as mad. But when it's Gile Matako from the compound, people will backbite like they came from Zingalume. Anyway, it turns out hearts weren't the only thing that Mr. Romantic was stealing. According to Blake, he was also jacking songs. Of course, Maps denied. Where did I steal your song? Send me the location. But that wasn't even the worst of it for Bashitendai. Because a certain section of society, they want him down, they want him suffer. AKA the disciplinary committee. They must be really huge Thor fans because they wanted to see him lasiwad with thunder. So people were mad at him, his wife and his manager. Now what did people want? For him to fire his manager? They've come a long way, and ever since he worked with the DJ, his career took off. It's been ironic that his manager's name is Kandeke, but he hasn't had a playing career. In fact, it's been fly. That's why he gets so much radio play. He's always on air. Plus, people don't like his wife, and they wanted him to speak against her in public. No husband would. But I agree, the fans did deserve an apology. It's ridiculous that she's become so used to always drowning in criticism. But it makes sense because she does live in a pineapple under the sea. But Yora Mapulanga is the GOAT. He should change his name to Patrick because he's the real star. And I also don't understand why people always bring Mwizu into this drama. All Zambia's favorite baby mama does is post pictures of her herself and advertise Jelamu Motors. Just like the wheels of those cars, you people don't get tired. Maybe let me explain in car terms. Just like a Honda, she doesn't fit into this drama anymore. You can tell she's special and people are just trying to bring down her self-esteem. I feel like people that hate on her just don't know her. Just let her rock her crown and leave her alone beginning now. Starting Apaso. Mwizu, I wish you all the best. Lastly, we have Zambia's favorite darling. Queen of the hair world and the only person that can talk faster than Umusepela Crown can rap. And the only thing faster than that is how quickly he ran from the police. The only reason Zambia hasn't won an Olympic medal in the 100 meters is because we keep sending the wrong people. Just send Benlombe. And the M stands for Murife.
Murife! Murife don't run! Hey! Murife don't run!
Queen B was all the buzz last year, and honey, being that police officer must have stung. I'm sure the other officers were asking him, Mwami, mwenze mwachita training kulilai? Because you were left by Avena, It's like the only thing police officers know how to catch is cars with no musonko. Maybe that police officer would have caught Ben if we told him he had expired insurance. All these pot bellies in the police. With the way officers are out of shape, maybe they're the ones who need to start getting arrested for not having fitness. Back to Queen B. And who knew that the B stands for boat? I know that joke passed someone and they are wondering, you, what are you saying? Benlombe is one of my favorite social media personalities and was probably the most entertaining person last year. He clearly runs the streets, and at this point we need Beyonce to make a remix of her smash hit.
Who run the world?
Ben.
Who run the world?
Yeah, still Ben.
Who run this mother?
I think the correct answer to that is Ben. Let me know what your favorite moment of 2022 was. See you in the next one and peace out.